Leviticus 19 and 28. Walked in here earlier and they tried to say it was my opinion. Nah, you know, they still talking about, remember Biden was targeting so-called black Mexicans, Latinos, and Native Americans with this thing, you know. They still talking about slavery and all that, you know what I mean? You gotta understand, the curse is Deuteronomy 28, 64 through 68. You gotta understand, man. A lot of these women ain't got wisdom, man. They still calling us this byword, but we know Jeremiah 14 and 2, tribe Judah's black, Like they said, who is picking the stories? Who is telling the stories, We just know Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9, these are the true Jews, you know what I mean? And it's just, that's why, hey, it's all this truth, you can't hide this no more, Slave laws, 1619. It's just, hey, Leonardo da Vinci, the father of the Renaissance, You have to pause and read, you know what I mean? The bloodlines that were lynching our ancestors, you know what I mean? They still out here, you know what I mean? You gotta understand history of lynching. Jeremiah 14 and 2, black history, Just look, though, look. Revelations 13 and 10, He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and that's why Isaiah 14, 1 through 4 speaks about what it says, We in the land of Judah, and they trying to call it America, but we know this place is falling right now, you know what I mean? It's falling. They want us to pray to the same God that they molesting children in the name of. It don't make no sense. It makes sense when we start breaking down our, the Hebrews are of color, you know what I mean? The true Jews, the Hebrew Israelites, you know what I mean? All this happening out here. We woke up to, this is a byword put upon our people, And now we starting to awaken, and it's starting to scare them, It's starting to scare them, Why did we go through slavery? Because we followed all these doctrines and religions that man made up. Christianity is a man-made religion, you know what I mean? Catholic is, Roman Catholic, that's a man-made religion, White man's religion, So you gotta understand what it's really about. It's just, hey, we ain't gonna leave it for them to we know what's happening. Why they about to banish TikTok and Meta should be next. Because hey, there was families out here being targeted. One of my families being included, you know what I mean? I was kidnapped in this city by so-called white supremacists, black supremacists, Mexican supremacists. And it comes down to it, these people, a lot of people selling their souls out here, man. And that's not my opinion. That's biblical history. That's biblical facts, prophecy being fulfilled out here. But we left out here homeless in the street, though. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. They targeting people out here, man. We ain't African American. We the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible prophesied of. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We don't follow their religions out here because that's why. Hey, that's why Tupac, Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Malcolm X was killed by the Nation of Islam. Martin Luther King was killed by the Christians. You know what I mean? You gotta understand what it's really about, man. We love Black history and how it shows how far we've come to find out the blacks, Mexicans, Latinos, Native Americans are y'all black. Puerto Ricans, y'all black. So-called Irish people with afros, they black. You know what I mean? We can't depend on the public school system to teach our history. Hey, we know why. This word right here, dysphoria, means people that was kidnapped from their homeland. You gotta look up that word right there. Cause hey, Baruch 4 and 14, you know, the book of Baruch 4 and the Apocrypha speaks about all this right here, dysphoria, you know. And you gotta understand they're making so much money off these museums, and they call it African American, and you know the Smithsonian's, all this. You gotta understand that they pushing this back out on people. You know that's why everything made with hands is cursed, man. And it's literally all I can really tell y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention to the facts out here.
Oh, it didn't take it because I was trying
Y'all gotta pay attention to all this. This is Leviticus 19 and 28. All right, but they're doing this all over the country right now. You know, Revelations 2 and 9, 3 and 9, Jeremiah 14 and 2. Tribe Judah is black. You know, you see that? We went through slavery. You know, our ancestors went through slavery, not to be working these 9-to-5 jobs, not to be following these churches out here. I mean, it goes on and on. All right. So basically, we can't be sweet about this, man. It's just look.